Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says Trinidad and Tobago is not going to deviate on its position of non-intervention and non-interference on the issue of the political crisis in Venezuela. The Prime Minister held a news conference at the VIP lounge of the Piarco International Airport following his return from meetings among CARICOM and the UN Secretary General António Guterres and U.S. Representative to the UN, Ambassador Jonathan Cohen. He said that Trinidad and Tobago's position of non-intervention in the stalemate between Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and presidential rival Juan Guaido is a difference of opinion.
We maintain, without apology, that Trinidad and Tobago is entitled to have a difference of opinion with any country on any matter in the interest of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm a little disappointed that we could not, even in this sensitive situation, we could not count on our opposition. In England, the opposition is called the loyal opposition, Her Majesty's loyal opposition. We in Trinidad and Tobago could use no such adjective.
And is also based on principles set out by the United Nations and the Organization of American States.
We, more than others, have to stand on principle. It is the principle that will defend us, because we cannot physically enforce our positions or defend ourselves. So that is why we are so wedded to the UN principle of non-interference, wedded to the UN principle of non-intervention, because without that principle
Dr. Rowley also made it clear that Trinidad and Tobago's position was not blind support for President Maduro.
Our call for all persons in Venezuela to come together and talk this out and negotiate it out applies to Mr. Guaido as it applies to Mr. Maduro and his government. It is a Venezuelan problem.
The Prime Minister maintained there needs to be dialogue, as any escalation of tensions and the risk of war would have long-term consequences for the Caribbean.